Hi, my name is Dr. Harvey Robbins. I've been a business psychologist for over 40 years, coaching and counseling leaders in many organizations, both in business and in government. A friend of mine recently asked me if I would review a book that she had just read called God's Chaos Candidate, Donald J. Trump and the American Unravelling by the author Lance Wallnau. I took a look at it and found it very, very interesting and very relevant to today's situation and our current presidential race and the future of America. In the book, Lance talks about what he calls America heading into the fourth American crucible. A crucible is a testing period, and the last three crucibles that he describes in the book are things about war and chaos that we've had to overcome in our past history in order to bring us up to the present time. In this book, he talks about whether Donald J. Trump would be the right chaos candidate for our current situation. He uses an analogy to Matthew 13:25, which states that while everyone was asleep, God's enemies sowed weeds in among the wheat. And he's using that analogy to what he calls the shadow cabinet, which is a small group of people on the left, not everyone on the left, but a small group of people on the left, who are trying to overly influence what he calls the 7 mountains of culture in our country. Those 7 mountains of culture are religion, family, education, government, the news and media, and entertainment, business, and the economy. And you can see where the left is trying to take their agenda and influence those 7 pillars, if you would, or mountains of American culture. Is Donald Trump the right chaos candidate for what America needs now in order to move successfully towards the future? In my opinion, yes, he is. In some of the other videos that I've shot, I've talked about different personalities and what's Donald Trump's personality and what's Hillary Clinton's personality and which personality would make the best leader for our current needs. And I state in the previous videos, and I do now, that Donald Trump would be the best candidate personality-wise for what America needs. He is definitely a chaos candidate. He's got a chaos personality. He has a personality that I call the expressive personality, one that is future-driven, driven by intuition, by the gut feel for things, for a desire to increase innovation, risk-taking, new ideas, new concepts, as opposed to Hillary Clinton, who has what I call the analytical personality, who is risk-averse, doesn't want to take risks, doesn't want to make decisions, wants things to be steady. Their strength on an analytical standpoint is they have lots of data, lots of information, but they don't act on it, as opposed to someone with an expressive personality like Donald Trump, who acts on information that he has available to him. So in our current situation, I was looking at something that just was in the paper today in Minneapolis, or yesterday, about Martin Luther. They just allowed out of Germany Martin Luther's artifacts and writings and some of his furniture and collection here to the Minneapolis Institute of Arts, and I thought it was a very interesting collection. And in my mind, I made a connection between Donald Trump and Martin Luther, because 500 years ago, Martin Luther was the chaos candidate. He was fighting against corruption in the church and in things called indulgences, where you paid the church and they prayed for you. So it was essentially pay for pray, as opposed to what Donald Trump is fighting for now, fighting against corruption in our current government and the pay for play. And he's got the perfect personality to make it happen. So in my opinion, Donald Trump would be the perfect, based on his personality, based on his leadership style, admitted all the foibles that he has, would be the perfect candidate for our future president. If you have any ideas about that you'd like to share with me, make comments at the bottom of this video, share this video with others, and ask me questions if you'd like. Thank you.